Hello there, this is Cindy at cindybdesigns.com. Thank you for joining me today. We are doing our paper pumpkin alternatives from the Notes from the Heart December 2024 kit. I'm behind. This should have been out a couple weeks ago, but as you know, I had the plague basically. And that is going to be a sneak peek of the card class to go this month, and I'm featuring the Marbled Elegance Suite collection there from the online exclusives. So this kit is like really specific. There's 3 cards, 9 cards, or 3 designs, 9 cards all together. You have those beautiful mossy metal envelopes, and then that scallop sticker label put on top of it, and those huge, huge, huge pieces of ephemera. Blackberry Bliss cube there. You get some vellum and great stamp set too for sentiments. I like the font in this one. So and you're getting the labels and everything that you see on sample cards or the cards from the kit, which I'll be showing you in a minute coming up. And I forgot to use the die cuts this time around, for these cards, but we do have new ones coming up, and I think I'm going to show them to you. But there's our vellum pieces, and I just I only brought in like 2 things: cardstock and that gold linen twine there, and that came from the Marbled Elegance Suite collection too. And those gold gems, they came in the kit. So I mean, it's pretty cut and dry how to make these cards and everything, and super, super simple to make. And as you know, I always really try to stick within the products in the kit and not bring in too many outside things. And if I do, it's going to be like today, like cardstock and maybe an embossing folder, an ink pad, and designer series paper. So this is a class I designed for. It's coming up with that cute little Storybook Elegance, no, Storybook Friends Suite collection there. And I did the inside and the front and got a little bit avid here a little bit, but they were like a lot of fun to make when I started feeling human again and just kind of playing with the Suite collection a little bit and stretching my wings, I guess, compared to normal. So for our first card, and when I do the adhering, I really am going to super speed it up because there's a lot of adhering in this. I brought in a top folding A2 card, 4¼ by, yeah, 5.5 down. Dimensions, measurements, everything will be over on the blog at cindybdesigns.com. And there will be a link directly to the blog post in this YouTube description. And speaking of that, my November paper pumpkin winner never got back to me, so please go back to that post. And I couldn't contact them either because they don't have a YouTube channel. So please go back to that video there and let me know if it's you or not. And again, I will have, for this month's giveaway, I will have this kit for you. And this is December's, and I'll also have January's for you as well, because I'll be getting that next week. So I just got, like I said, really sick. So how I'm lining all this up is I have the vellum paper there, and I just use some tacky tape to kind of help me know where to put the liquid adhesive onto, so I can pick that up and flip it over and lay it down. So when I end up putting that big fern there down on the card front, I'm going to use Stampin' dimensional adhesive for that. And you can kind of see where the glue comes through there a little bit. And that's just going to let me know exactly where to line this image up. So again, super easy cards. And I use pecan pie, and my designer series papers all the same. The pecan pie and blackberry bliss, they are from our 6x6 settles pack there. Or no, neutrals. And then the pretty in pink is from the in colors of this year. So I think this is where I super speeded up, and I kind of over prepped a little bit with the embossing and cutting down the strips. So I embossed that through the fern folder, which by the way goes great with that card that we just did before, but I didn't want to do like fern overkill. But this is like a great example of how all of our products work together. Colors, the coordination. I mean, the design is always perfect. So that is going to be our pretty and pink card there. And I cut that embossed panel down to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8 because I wanted those tight margins there. And those strips of paper are from the 2024 to 6 Pretty in Pink in colors. And they are cut by, I measured there, but I have to measure again because like I'm doing this side now. So across is going to be 1 1/8, and then down is 4 1/2. Put 4 Stampin' initials on the back of those, and I'm just lining everything up, adhering it, winging it, and it did turn out. But back to the colors about 5 minutes ago. That's in this kit: Blackberry Bliss, Daffodil Delight, Flirty Flamingo, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive Pecan Pie, Pretty in Pink, Very Vanilla, and Gold. And I have like 3 favorite in colors retiring this year: Boho Blue, Wild Wheat, which really snuck on upon me, and Pecan Pie. No, Pebble Path. That one's retiring, and definitely going to miss that. So I did the same thing with the vellum piece behind our large berry image there. Got that stuck down, and I'm just putting Stampin' initials on the back. Take the backing of those off again, and getting that down. Now this time around, all I'm doing, or not this time, I'm processing these cards differently because I'm just getting the images and the cards stuck down and everything like that. Then I'm going to go back and do the sentiment and embellish them. So for our last card, this is going to be Blackberry Bliss, but I wanted to use that large, like Pretty in Pink ephemera to contrast how dark that is, and that's why I use the berries on the last card with the Blackberry Bliss and Pretty in Pink, just kind of winged it. And the first card was like the pecan pie and the old olive with mossy meadow, which was masculine colors, but I kind of chicked it out a little bit with the bling and the little bow there that's coming up. So I'm layering that up with liquid adhesive and seal. Got all that down, and once again I'm going to do the same thing: tape it together, turn it over, do the adhesive and all of that. And like I said earlier, I only brought in the gold thread from the marbled Elegant Sweet collection to embellish the cardstock, the DSP, like 2 sheets, and the pecan pie pad. With this card, I am not liking how the vellum is not lining up. So I decided I could have like easily pulled in another piece, but I have like plans for other things with this. And so I cut that into 2 pieces, and house design, it's easy enough to fussy cut it and still keep everything in your lines. And I'm going to put, the large one up towards the left, or yeah, left top, and the smaller one at the right bottom there. And I think I have like a better balance with that. And then I'm going to, tape it up again and use my liquid adhesive, lay it down like I've done the other cards, and we will go on from there. While I'm getting all of this adhered down, don't forget to leave a comment on YouTube here under the video description and all of that for your chance to, get your own kit of this. I'll send it out to you at the end of the month or on February 1st. I'll make the drawing February 1st for this month's and December's too. This is December's, but for December and January, because I was sick last month and I think I went through this before. But so I'll have like 2 kits at the end of this month to give away. And probably I'll be getting January's kit by the end of this week, so I might have another video for you in a row. So this is our last card that we're putting together, but I haven't embellished it or put the sentiments on. Got that down with Stampin' Dimensionals, and that is what all of our cards are looking like so far. And from here on out, it's just going to be a super easy process of stamping the sentiments. And I'm going to tie a couple bows to make everything look pretty from that great gold linen thread. And then pop on those gold embellishments, and we will be good to go. Because, I mean, all we're doing is I'm putting a glue dot at the end of each little, large piece of ephemera and putting on my bows, and then three of the gold embellishments scattered around, and that is going to be it for these. Now, for the sentiments, I'm picking the ones that I like to use, and I'm going to pop them on. I wanted three different ones for three different cards, and I'm going to pop them on one of those sheets that comes in the paper pumpkin kit, and they are going to go down in Pakai Pon ink when I finally get everything lined up. And again, this is going to go down in pecan pie ink. And right about here, I'm realizing I have a ton of ink pads I need to re-ink. This is one of them. So I'm going to end up laying it down a couple times because, I like my sentiments pretty crisp and really clean. And that little Chucky tool I picked up from Amazon that you see me use a lot, it's like playing sports or whatever, or coloring. I mean, it's all in. I mean, you don't see me like rub my hand over it super hard or anything like that, or shove it, down into the foam mat or anything like that. Just some light, even pressure, and then you are good. So I think that's all I'm putting it down. And I like the look of that. So I'm going to get everything cleaned up right now. And then those sentiment bubbles, they just come out on their own. They pop out like that. And get them popped out, pull back in the cards, and figure out what I want where and like which one of those sentiments, because they all have different shapes to them. I should have edited that out, but oh well. And I wanted to find something that was compatible with everything, with the circle and the fern, and the rectangle with the large image and the happy birthday, with the pretty and pink card. And the placement of them too kind of matters, so you have that cohesive look going on. So I'm laying down the sentiments with a combination of Stampin' Dimensionals and liquid adhesive. For this Blackberry Bliss card, that sentiment went down with all Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm grabbing mini glue dots, and all of mine are from the kit that I just saved that are left over, or like all the kits. I have a ton of them, and I'm just positioning that little gold bow where I want it to be, and then popping on three of those, gold embellishments that come in the kit. And I use some of them too, if it depends on how much vellum is sticking out from underneath each of the large images there. I will use those dots to kind of like help keep down the vellum a little bit. Like on this one, I will put one over to the left, and it just, you know, at the edge of the leaf there, it just secures it down a little bit more. But it's glued underneath the fern anyway, so it's going to be okay. But, when you take something in and out of an envelope, you're kind of winging it. So for this one, on the right, I put a stamped dimensional, and over on the left, some liquid adhesive, just to make sure that that stays down all nice and patch. And I'm laying down another glue dot, another bow. I'm going to lay down three more of those gold embellishments. And then pretty much the exact same thing for our pretty and pink card coming up that I'm going to complete. But I do want to thank you for joining me today. And that's where I put the dot there to, kind of help with that leaf a little bit. Feel free to share this video. Please hit like and subscribe, and leave a comment so I can, send you a paper pumpkin kit at the end of this month, for a drawing, because I give away one every month. And like I said earlier, this month I'm doing two. So thank you for your time this weekend. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you again next Saturday with another video for sure. But during the blog, I always post a couple things here and there. So have a good one, and I will see you next week.